What up, peeps? It's your boy, the Penguin, and I'm sitting next to my boy, the Wise.
That's me. We're here to give you a review of the Norse god Thor. Ragnarok from Marvel.
Blah, blah.
It's that super flow, no Shima flow. Yeah. It's that.
All right, guys, we went and saw Thor Ragnarok.
We did.
It was pretty awesome. But what'd you think?
Well, let's before we get into that, let's talk about the first two. Just to
The first two.
recap.
What was that second one? I can't remember.
Let's talk about the first one. I don't know what that face. I don't like that face.
What's the second one? I don't know.
Let's talk about the first one.
I don't remember the second
Who
one.
starts with the second one? Let's start with the
I
first
thought
one.
who was on first base?
What's on second? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's on third.
Okay.
Anyway, Thor 1. What'd you think? Pretty good stuff.
It was awesome. I like their.
There's never been a Thor movie prior to it,
Yeah.
so good stuff.
Love that big metal thingy.
Yeah, I didn't love that, but I did like the story.
That thing was cool.
Natalie Portman, right? It's nice to see her in a movie that's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
it was cool. Then we had part 2.
She was still in it too.
Yeah, that movie happened. And it was okay.
Visually, it was good. You know?
My thoughts are, it felt more like Lord of the Rings with a bunch of elves. But still, visually, yeah, you're right. It was okay. It was whatever. But now let's talk about the third one.
Ugh.
What the? Whoa! Relax. Okay. Oh. Woo. We were gonna say good things.
Yeah.
We liked it. Calm down.
Knock it off up there.
Hey, man.
Knock it off.
Jeez, gods of thunder, man. They're so temperamental. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right. So, Thor 3, the Ragnaroks. We liked it.
We really liked it.
We really liked it. There was just a plethora of fun and good times. Just laughter the whole way through.
The comedy was amazing.
The comedy was insane. It was reminiscent of Guardians of the Galaxy, if anything.
Oh.
I wonder, we'd have to check into it. I don't know, did James Gunn have a big part in this or something? I don't know. But did it not have like a super 80s style
It did.
to it?
Had like like you said, the Flash Gordon.
Yeah, it was very Flash Gordon-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Neon.
loved it. Also,
Neon.
throw back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Can we have a round of applause for my man, Jeff Goldblum?
Stop.
Sir.
Yes.
If you're not rocking the movie, you're rocking the after credits, or you're having orgies in spaceships. Loving it. Loving every minute of it. Stan Lee made his famous appearance.
Famous cameo.
All right.
We got to count those because, Stan Lee's not doing so hot.
How many more appearances are we going to have? Let's hope many. Okay.
Yes.
Let's hope many.
Yes. Can we say how Marvel just does a great job with their movies? Especially lately. Lately, like, they've been killing them.
Stepping it up, man. They know,
They know DC's right on their heels. That's why.
Are they, though? I mean, here's the thing. I'm a DC guy.
Yeah.
And it is... okay, I used to be a Marvel guy back during the X-Men cartoon days. X-Men, Spider-Man, big into it. And then I really got into the world of DC Comics, and it transformed me into a DC guy. There's just so much depth and darkness in the characters.
Oh, yeah. Not down the DC stuff.
No, but the movies...
I feel like they're fresh to the game. I mean, we've said this before in the past that DC is like... They're a little late. They're way too late, and like everyone is so.
Is it that they're late to the game? Is it that they're just picking?
A lot of their movies are super dark.
I feel like they're picking a director that's stuck in his ways.
But we have a couple weeks. We have a couple weeks for them to redeem themselves for all their movies.
Okay, here's the thing.
Wonder Woman was awesome.
Wonder Woman was great. Thank you, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot. But the thing I'm hopeful about, and he didn't have much time to really remake the movie from Zack Snyder, but Zack Snyder, he gave us just not the greatest Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
All right? And no offense to him, and he's a great guy. I loved what he did with Watchmen, the 300. But Joss Whedon, hopefully, I mean, the trailers just after the Joss Whedon recuts have been amazing. But we're not here to talk about Justice League.
But we can say, like, Marvel, just the past couple movies has just been like, we've been like, oh my God, it's one of the best I've seen. Like, this is awesome. And this movie in general was really good.
Yeah, it changed up the whole Thor thing.
What did you like about it that was different than, say, like the first or maybe the second Thor?
I love the fact that spoilers. Okay, spoilers. I like that the Thor and Loki kind of rekindled their relationship. And the whole movie, you're like, can we trust Loki? We know from the last two movies that when we think we can trust him, we can't trust him. And ultimately, we were able to trust him in this one. We weren't.
I feel ultimately, though, as soon as they get to like Infinity War and stuff, I think Loki will definitely choose his side. Loki's the type of guy who's, and you saw in this movie alone, that he likes where he is safe. And
when you're safe as a villain, it's you back who you think is going to be the winner.
And if Thanos is going to be in charge and basically rule, Loki's going to join that. Loki's going to join that side.
Loki's going to take a turn and be a minion for Thanos. Probably. I don't know. But very excited about that. But all in all, many great things to say about Thor. We could talk for hours and hours. Best thing I can tell you is to please go see this movie. You might as well. I mean, it's a great movie-going experience. Best out of 10, sir.
Well, let me say a little bit of some stuff about Thor.
I'm sorry. I did not know.
Now, the things I liked about this movie, the comedy was great.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much comedy in this. I mean, I think you basically laughed like the whole movie. It was almost about the same as, like, I got the same feeling I did, like, in Guardians almost.
It made me forget that it was a Thor movie, actually.
Yeah,
I was like,
it really did.
Going into this, I did not expect that.
Because Thor is, like,
laughs.
so serious, like, oh, you puny humans and stuff like that, but then it's like... He just rolled with the punches. No pun intended there, Hulk.
Well,
you know?
Yeah, we forgot to mention Hulk. This is basically almost like
This was half a Hulk movie.
Damn, man.
It was.
Yeah, go Mark Ruffalo, sir.
Not to mention, I think it's the first time we've seen Hulk actually talk.
Right.
Like, we saw, like, a puny human, or he talked, like, in the Avengers movie, but
he actually
this year he had a lot of speaking roles, you know?
Yeah.
And I liked that. I liked that.
Hulk starts to gain his personality the more the Hulk is in control.
We saw more evolution of it, and before we started even going into this movie to see this movie, everyone's saying, "Oh, this is going to be like a rip-off of the Hulk planet and stuff like that."
No, it took it and made it better.
It was, it wasn't really like that.
I mean, it kind of. Let me just go and readjust myself. Awkward, but. So it kind of dispersed your hopes of getting a World War Hulk series, seeing as spoilers.
Don't need it. I don't think so.
Ugh, are you kidding me?
I think we need it as a separate Hulk movie.
Well, no.
I think we need it as a separate Hulk movie so we can see what happened in between him landing.
No, that's not what I mean. World War Hulk is after Planet Hulk, when him and a legion of baby Hulk, not baby Hulks, but like he has many offspring.
Yeah, like the Red Hulk.
Right, and he returns to Earth with him and his big war hammer. You've seen the hammer in the movie. Returns to Earth and just decimates.
Yeah, you saw him in full armor, too.
But here's
cool.
the thing.
Spoilers.
They kind of reconstructed that a little bit, brought him back to the light, and so we're not going to get a World War Hulk movie, and that's fine, because we have something cooler.
Now, getting to where we're segue into our little rating here, but I want to say that this was better than Guardians of the Galaxy? No, I don't think this still to my being. I think Guardians was the best movie I've seen so far this year, tied with Wonder Woman. Actually,
I'm going to go ahead and, if I may, I'm going to go ahead and say it's equal to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, not just because it's my opinion, but everybody I've spoken to since we've seen it has said that this is probably their favorite Marvel movie yet, if not. Close to Guardians 2. All right. Now, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm throwing other people's opinions out there. Also, hey, if your opinion is the same as ours or differs from it, why don't you go ahead and do us a big favor and drop your opinions in the comment section below.
Give us a rating. Give us your rating of what it would be.
Yeah. Is this the best Marvel movie yet? If not, Why? What was the best Marvel movie yet? Talk with us. We'll respond. We'll give you a shout out in our next show. Interact with us, guys. That's what we're here for. We're here to have a good time.
Well, with that being said, my rating, I think I'm going to give it and I'm not going to give it as high as I gave Guardians. It's going to be an 8.5 for me.
I'm giving it a hard 9,
So,
at least.
I'm going to give it an 8.5 for me.
All right. So, once in a blue moon, it happens, ladies and gentlemen. The Penguin and the Watt, we're at odds.
Well, no.
Only at 0.5%, but we're there, and that's okay because we're human. We disagree, and that's okay.
Well, your 9 would bump it up to a 9.
Oh, that's usually if we're spread enough to have a middle. What, you want to go for an 8.75? That's right in the middle.
I'm not doing no point this. We can go to a 9. We can go to a 9 if you're going to a 9.
And
but
that pretty much ties it with Guardians.
I just don't want it to be tied with Guardians. That's the thing, because Guardians was really, really good.
And that's your opinion.
Because here's the thing,
fine.
like Thor didn't make me cry. Like,
you know, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that whole Michael Rooker scene. Because of my own father issues, I have to say I was tear jerking. So no, I didn't tear jerk at.
That's why it was a 9. That's why that was a 9 for me, and not an 8.5.
You experienced pretty much every emotion there. So okay.
And with Thor, I didn't get every emotion. I didn't get that sad scene part. The only time it was probably sad was when Odin died, but that wasn't like the tearjerker of like, but he was still there. It was weird. I didn't get that tearjerker effect from that, but I did get that when in Guardians.
Okay. All right. I agree with you. I still, because it's a popular opinion.
Listen, I'm really good at making him change his mind.
No, I'm not changing my mind.
I'm really good at selling him.
I agree that I experienced more ranges of emotion with that movie, but do I think that makes it any better or not? No. So for me, it's a tie.
So we have to do an 8.75 then.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
I guess our rating scale, instead of being 0.5 and then raise up, we're just going to have to do 8.75 because we can't come to a medium here.
We can't.
Because
it's okay to be at odds.
Wasn't a 9 for me. It was an 8.5. He wants to do a 9, but like I said, it didn't have all the emotions that I wanted.
You're right. And for that, I will degrade myself a good 0.15. And that's for you.
Okay, so 8.75,
right.
which who gives a shit?
Thor?
Whatever that is.
Don't take that out on me. I gave you a hard 9, but I knocked it down for the
Good movie, though. I agree with the Waters. Go see it. Go spend the money. It's out this weekend. Definitely go spend the money.
And like the movie says at the end, Thor will return in Avengers Infinity War.
But also,
yes,
make sure you guys remember to
like, share, subscribe, and on Facebook, follow for all things wicked.
Blah-blam!